Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, "What's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me?" Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away. So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to ZENNI.com/podcast, promo code podcast15.
Never give up, fighting till the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss, fighting till the end no matter what the cost. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
How are you? Come on in here, man. I'm so happy you're here today. You know why? Because you showed up. Sometimes it's not easy to show up, but I know you're searching something. Sometimes I do this show and it sounds like, let's fix you. Let's get you through these challenges. And most people have a problem. They're trying to solve it. No doubt about that. But I never forget that that's not really why you're here. You're here for something you want. And sometimes it's just to stay motivated, just to get a good idea, just to learn something. But I get it. Whatever you're here for today, we're going to fix it in the next 9 minutes. That's true. Every single thing completely taken care of in 9 minutes. That's true. Some results may vary. Not all results are typical. Just should probably ought to say that. So today we're taking on the biggest myth of PD. You don't know what PD is? Personal development. Come on. All the cool life coaches introduce themselves as, I'm in PD. I'm a coach. I don't say that, by the way, because I'm cooler than that. And why the why is so darn important, and it really truly is. Don't get me wrong here. Don't get mad at me yet. I got plenty of time for you to get mad at me, okay? Just hang on. It's the beginning of the show right now. Yeah, the why is really, really important, but I've seen too many people get stuck on the why. And it's a simple question. When I spend a lot of time coaching people, a lot of time, in my common sense way, and I'm very intuitive about it, and they get stuck on the why. And so I'm like, I ask a question or two and realize they have no idea the rest of it. We'll talk about that in a sec here, but it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So hang on for the ride. By the way, if you want a calendar that has nothing on it, empty, except the fun stuff, the stuff you want to do, you want all the bad stuff off your calendar, go to perfectweekplanner.com. That's my calendar. Get it. Watch the video. Learn to use it. It's free. And to get rid of all the bad stuff from your calendar. Don't believe me? Give it a try. You don't understand it? Send me an email. I'll explain it to you, okay? So, have you ever heard that you first need to know your why before you do anything. It seems like everybody's heard that because I've seen people just, as if they have that. Let's go on an exploration. Let's go digging. Give me a GPS. I need to find my why. And I can sound a little mocking with it. Yeah, maybe a lot. But I've seen it and it's kind of sad. It's a big block. And I don't like that. I don't like blocks. I just don't. And you get blocked too, and my guess is you don't like blocks either. And if you're blocked on your why, you're going to be blocked. I just want to know why the why is so important. Well, it turns out after a lot of experience and a lot of just talking to folk, because that's how I do this thing. I study a lot. Don't get me wrong. I read and study, do all kinds of crazy things. That's how I got this smart. Oh, yeah. I need to read more? Is that what you're saying? Stop it. Now, what happened was I would work with people and I just saw the result of it. And I said, okay, we got to figure this stuff out. So the why is right. You need to know the why. Don't get me wrong here. Well, life coaches that are using me today so you can go help your clients later on in the day, don't worry about it. I'm going to fix it up in a second. You'll be fine. So back when I was a baby DJ a long time ago, I was in broadcast school. As a young man, 18 years old. Didn't have this voice back then. Trust me, it took a lot of bad living to get this voice. What I spent a lot of my time back then doing was, the big stuff in life, the important stuff in life. I was learning to talk over the intros of songs as to be able to really make my listeners upset because you talked over the whole intro of the song. What are you doing? I also learned to do it while eating pizza and talking to teenage girls on the phone. That was my major. I wore a free t-shirt from the radio station. I was very good at it. I mean, it was the big stuff in life, the big goals I was going for when I was young, but that's what you do when you're young, right? But I also learned a few things about journalism. And I remember learning, they taught me journalism. I said, what are you teaching me journalism for? I am here to be a big-time radio DJ. Well, it turns out it was a pretty good idea because I knew now what to do when my radio station that hired me asked me to use my news voice and be the news guy for a couple of weeks. Ultimately, I actually was a news guy for a lot of my career. 25% of it, maybe. So I'm glad I learned about journalism. And as I got into this world, the PD world, I recognized that, there's some things here that we can apply. Because if we're trying to tell a story to somebody else, aren't we telling stories to ourselves all the time anyway? Yeah, there's a little Scott logic there for you. Another podcast epiphany. Just right there. Look at that. It just pops out. I can't help it. I know. So the rules of journalism these days are not practiced as much as maybe they used to be. They still are. They're out there. If you know it and you know how to listen for it, you can hear it. But you don't see it a lot. A lot of people haven't studied it. YouTube doesn't always teach the rules of journalism. This one's Blogger right now. Go, wait a second. What's this? Who? This thing? This rule of journalism that you're talking about? I haven't heard these rules. That's because I haven't said them yet. That's why I heard it, but you're going to hear it right now. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. A very basic rule of journalism. The 5 W's to the H. That's what they call it, really. I mean, they were creative when they made this stuff up, I'm telling you. The rules of journalism. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. If you know that, you can tell a complete story. So all the bloggers in the world, look at your story, see if you did that. If not, probably not telling a complete story. But what if you could apply the same information to your goal-setting activities, your PD stuff, right? You want to do something with your life. You're a little confused. You're figuring out what you need to do and how it's going to work. What do you need to do? Well, there are a couple things that I did and a couple things you can do, and I'll tell you what that is right now. First off, anytime you set a goal, I think you need to take our who, what, when, where, why, and how, and you need to rearrange it. So it makes more sense to your action brain and less to your observing and learning brain. You think about it. If you're going to tell a story, that's listening, and stories are a great way to open up a soul and for you to understand things. But the truth is we need to get you into action. And if you're doing that thing in journalism, it's more observing and more learning, right? So we're going to rearrange it just a little bit so you actually get in action mode. Now, not that you've ever done this before, and maybe this is your first time doing it. But if you can imagine, you're going to sit down and look at all your goals and you say who, what, when, where, why, and how. That's a good start. But the new version needs to be changed around a bit, and I'll tell you what that is and why. The new version is what, why, when, and who do I need to help? So why is a what first? Because in 99.9% of the times, my personal self and almost every single person I've ever talked to and was having a trouble breaking through didn't know what they wanted or they did know what they wanted. If you don't know what you want, does why even matter? I think there are instances where I need to change this. I know why I need to do this, but it could be argued that the why that you're feeling is actually a what that's happening around you, a what is going on, right? So my common sense told me a long time ago that if there's a goal I want to do or something I want to change in my life, I need to know specifically what that is. In fact, that's kind of goal setting 101, right? Know what you want. Put the why in front of that, just get emotional, get confused. So we start with the what. We know specifically what we want, your definiteness of purpose. It's Napoleon Hill. Then we do our why, because once you know what you want, the why should fire up. My wife said, what do you want? I said, I want a new car. She said, why do you want it? I said, because I don't like my truck anymore. When do you want to get? Oh, that's the next word. The next word is when. So it's what, why, and when. When do you want to get your truck? How about this weekend? And finally, who do I need to help? So it's what, why, when, and who. So the truth is, when you're buying a new car and you're married, who do I need to help is my wife. That's just how it's going to go. You're not going there by yourself. I know what you're going to do. And she's right. I would have done it. I'm not going to say what that is, but it would have been costly. What, why, when, and who do I need to help? In this case, I took my wife to the car dealership. Now, that's how you work. So if you're going to set a goal, you're going to sit down and try it today. Just try it. Trust me on this one. Just go with it. Just, hey, man, this podcast, this dude, I'm going to give it a shot to see what happens. What could go wrong? Or as my friend Chip likes to say, what could go right? Hi, Chip. What, why, when, and who? Now, the final piece is something you can just ignore. And don't you just love it when you get to ignore something? Wait a second, Scott. You give me 1, 2, 3 pieces and I can ignore the third. Why did you give me the third? Because if I didn't give you the third and tell you to ignore it, you'd do it anyway, and then you get all messed up. That's why. The third verse is how, and it becomes automatic. You see, as soon as you shift those magical words around and start focusing them on your goals, you know what you want, you know why you want it, you know when you want it, and you know who's going to help you get it. The how literally becomes automatic because you start to get motivated, you get inspired, you find a way. Your brain, the old-fashioned reticular activation system starts to figure it out, and before you know it, you're on your way. You should try it. You know why? It works. Isn't that what you want? By the way, if you're feeling like, hey, it would be cool to have a written version of the coolness that Scott just said, how about my show prep? It's not show notes. This is the prep I'm looking at right now to produce a show for you. You can have it for free. Just go to scottshowprep.com, subscribe, and I'll send it to you.